Welcome to our journey through human evolution. Today, we'll explore how humans have transformed from early ancestors into the modern people we are today. This story spans millions of years and involves fascinating changes in anatomy, behavior, and culture. We'll start by looking at our earliest origins, then trace the key milestones that shaped our species. By the end, you'll have a deeper understanding of the remarkable path that led to Homo sapiens. Let's begin by setting the stage with the concept of evolution and why it matters for understanding ourselves. Evolution is the gradual change in living organisms over generations. It's driven by natural selection, where traits that help survival are passed on. For humans, evolution explains how our ancestors adapted to their environments and developed new features. Understanding evolution helps us see how traits like walking upright, larger brains, and complex language emerged. It's a fundamental concept in biology and the key to unlocking our past. Now, let's look at the earliest members of our family tree. Our story begins with early primates, small mammals living in trees about 60 million years ago. These creatures had grasping hands and forward-facing eyes, traits that helped them survive in forest environments. Over time, some primates developed larger brains and more complex behaviors. These adaptations set the stage for the evolution of apes and, eventually, humans. Let's move forward to the emergence of hominids, the group that includes our direct ancestors. Hominids are the family of great apes that includes humans, chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans. Around 7 million years ago, the first hominids began to diverge from other apes. These early ancestors started walking upright, a major shift that allowed them to explore new environments and freed their hands for tool use. Walking on two legs, or bipedalism, is one of the defining features of human evolution. Next, we'll meet Australopithecus, one of the most famous early hominids. Australopithecus lived between 4 and 2 million years ago in Africa. These hominids walked upright but still climbed trees. Their brains were larger than those of earlier primates, but smaller than modern humans. Fossils like Lucy provide valuable insights into their anatomy and lifestyle. Australopithecus marks a crucial step in our journey, bridging the gap between apes and later human ancestors. Let's see how their descendants continued to evolve. The Homo genus appeared about 2.5 million years ago. These early humans, like Homo habilis, were skilled tool makers. Their brains grew larger, and they began to rely more on meat in their diet. The ability to make and use tools was a major leap forward, enabling them to hunt, process food, and adapt to changing environments. This period marks the beginning of a new chapter in human evolution. Next, we'll look at Homo erectus and their remarkable achievements. Homo erectus lived from about 1.9 million to 110,000 years ago. They were the first humans to leave Africa, spreading into Asia and Europe. Homo erectus mastered fire, which allowed them to cook food, stay warm, and protect themselves. Their bodies were more similar to ours, with longer legs and shorter arms. These adaptations helped them travel long distances and survive in diverse environments. Let's see how their innovations influenced later human species. Neanderthals, or Homo neanderthalensis, lived in Europe and Western Asia from about 400,000 to 40,000 years ago. They were skilled hunters and tool makers with robust bodies adapted to cold climates. Neanderthals created art, buried their dead, and cared for their sick, showing complex social behaviors. Although they eventually disappeared, Neanderthals left a genetic legacy in modern humans. Let's explore the arrival of our own species, Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens, our species, emerged about 300,000 years ago in Africa. Modern humans have larger brains, advanced language, and the ability to create complex tools and art. Our capacity for abstract thinking and cooperation set us apart from earlier humans. Homo sapiens spread across the globe, adapting to various environments and developing diverse cultures. Now, let's look at how migration shaped human populations. After emerging in Africa, Homo sapiens began migrating to other continents around 70,000 years ago. They crossed land bridges and adapted to new climates, from deserts to icy tundras. This migration led to the development of distinct populations and cultures. The ability to innovate and cooperate was crucial for survival in challenging environments. Let's examine how humans adapted to these new regions. Humans adapted to a wide range of environments, developing unique physical traits and technologies. For example, people living in cold regions evolved lighter skin and shorter limbs, while those in hot climates had darker skin and longer limbs. Innovations like clothing, shelter, and tools helped humans thrive. These adaptations contributed to the diversity we see today. Next, let's explore the development of language and communication. Language is one of the most important human traits. It allows us to share ideas, cooperate, and build societies. Early humans developed simple forms of communication, which evolved into complex languages. This ability to communicate helped humans organize hunts, share knowledge, and pass down traditions. Language also played a key role in cultural evolution. Let's see how culture and technology advanced together. Culture includes beliefs, customs, art, and technology. As humans evolved, so did their cultures. Early humans created cave paintings, music, and rituals. These cultural practices strengthened social bonds and helped groups survive. Over time, cultures became more complex, leading to the development of agriculture, cities, and civilizations. Let's explore the rise of agriculture and its impact on human societies. About 10,000 years ago, humans began farming and domesticating animals. This agricultural revolution allowed people to settle in one place, leading to the growth of villages and towns. Food surpluses supported larger populations and new social structures. Agriculture also sparked technological innovations, like pottery and tools for farming. Let's see how these changes led to the rise of civilizations. With agriculture, humans built cities and developed complex societies. Civilizations like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and China emerged, featuring writing, government, and trade. These societies created monumental architecture and advanced technologies. The rise of civilizations marked a new era in human history, with increased cultural exchange and innovation. Let's look at how technology continued to shape human evolution. Technology has always played a crucial role in human evolution. Early tools were made from stone, bone, and wood. Over time, humans invented metalworking, the wheel, and complex machines. These innovations improved daily life and enabled societies to grow. Technology also influenced how humans interacted with their environment. Let's explore the development of social structures and their impact. As societies grew, humans developed social structures like families, clans, and governments. These structures helped organize communities and distribute resources. Social hierarchies emerged, shaping roles and responsibilities. The development of laws and leadership allowed societies to function smoothly. Social structures also influenced cultural evolution and technological progress. Next, let's look at how humans adapted to changing environments. Throughout history, humans have faced environmental challenges like climate change, disease, and natural disasters. Adaptation was key to survival. People developed new technologies, migrated to safer areas, and changed their lifestyles. These responses shaped human evolution and led to greater resilience. Let's see how trade and communication expanded human connections. Trade allowed humans to exchange goods, ideas, and technologies. Early trade routes connected distant societies, spreading innovations and cultures. The Silk Road and maritime routes played major roles in global exchange. Trade fostered economic growth and cultural diversity. It also helped societies adapt to new challenges. Let's explore the development of written language and its impact. Written language revolutionized communication and record-keeping. Early writing systems like cuneiform and hieroglyphs allowed societies to document laws, trade, and history. Writing enabled the transmission of knowledge across generations. It also played a key role in the development of education and science. Let's see how science and medicine advanced human evolution. Science has driven human progress by explaining natural phenomena and improving health. Early humans observed the stars, studied plants, and developed medicines. Scientific discoveries led to new technologies and better living conditions. The scientific method enabled systematic exploration and innovation. Let's look at the impact of medicine on human populations. Medicine has played a vital role in human evolution. Early remedies were based on plants and rituals. Over time, humans developed advanced medical practices, including surgery and vaccines. Improved health, increased life expectancy, and population growth. Medicine also helped humans adapt to new environments and overcome diseases. Let's explore the role of art and creativity in human evolution. Art has been a part of human life since prehistoric times. Cave paintings, sculptures, and music express emotions and ideas. Creativity helped humans solve problems and innovate. Art also strengthened social bonds and cultural identity. The evolution of art reflects changes in society and technology. Let's see how religion and belief systems shaped human societies. Religion and belief systems have guided human behavior and shaped societies. Early humans believed in spirits and practiced rituals. Over time, organized religions emerged, influencing laws, ethics, and culture. Religion provided meaning, comfort, and social cohesion. It also inspired art, architecture, and literature. Let's explore the development of education and its role in human progress. Education has been essential for passing down knowledge and skills. Early humans learned through observation and imitation. Formal education systems developed in ancient civilizations, teaching reading, writing, and mathematics. Education promoted innovation and social mobility. It also played a key role in scientific and technological progress. Let's see how migration and exploration expanded human horizons. Humans have always been explorers. Migration and exploration led to the discovery of new lands and resources. Early explorers crossed oceans and mountains, expanding human knowledge and influence. Exploration fostered cultural exchange and technological innovation. It also shaped the development of societies and economies. Let's examine the impact of industry and urbanization. The Industrial Revolution transformed human societies. New machines and factories increased production and changed lifestyles. Urbanization led to the growth of cities and new social challenges. Industry improved transportation, communication, and health. The Industrial Revolution marked a turning point in human evolution, with rapid technological progress. Let's see how modern technology continues to shape our lives. Modern technology has revolutionized communication, transportation, and daily life. Computers, smartphones, and the internet connect people across the globe. Advances in medicine, engineering, and science continue to improve health and well-being. Technology also poses new challenges, like environmental impact and social change. Let's explore how humans are adapting to the modern world. Humans face new challenges in the modern era, including climate change, pollution, and social inequality. Adaptation involves developing sustainable technologies, promoting education, and fostering cooperation. Modern humans use science and innovation to address global issues. These efforts shape the future of human evolution. Let's look at the role of genetics in understanding our origins. Genetics has revolutionized our understanding of human evolution. DNA studies reveal connections between ancient and modern populations. Genetic evidence shows how humans migrated, adapted, and interbred with other species like Neanderthals. Genetics also helps explain physical traits and health. Let's see how the study of fossils and archaeology complements genetic research. Fossils and archaeological discoveries provide physical evidence of human evolution. Fossils reveal changes in anatomy, while artifacts show technological and cultural progress. Archaeologists study ancient sites to reconstruct lifestyles and migration routes. These findings help us understand how humans adapted and evolved. Let's explore the diversity of modern human populations. Modern humans are incredibly diverse, with different cultures, languages, and physical traits. This diversity reflects adaptation to various environments and historical migrations. Despite differences, all humans share a common ancestry. Understanding diversity helps promote tolerance and cooperation. Let's see how humans continue to evolve in the present day. Human evolution is not over. Modern humans continue to adapt to changing environments, technologies, and lifestyles. Genetic mutations, cultural shifts, and technological advances drive ongoing evolution. For example, resistance to diseases and adaptation to urban life are recent changes. Let's look at how evolution shapes our future. The future of human evolution depends on how we respond to challenges and opportunities. Advances in genetics, medicine, and technology may shape our bodies and minds. Ethical questions arise as we consider genetic engineering and artificial intelligence. The choices we make will influence the direction of evolution. Let's reflect on the importance of understanding our evolutionary past. Studying human evolution helps us understand who we are and where we came from. It reveals the connections between all people and highlights our shared history. Evolution explains our physical traits, behaviors, and cultures. It also helps us address modern challenges by learning from the past. Let's summarize the key milestones in human evolution. Human evolution includes several major milestones: the emergence of primates, the rise of hominids, the development of bipedalism, tool-making, migration, language, culture, agriculture, civilization, technology, and ongoing adaptation. Each milestone represents a leap forward in our journey. Understanding these steps helps us appreciate the complexity and resilience of our species. Let's reflect on the unity and diversity of humanity. Humans are united by common ancestry and shaped by diverse experiences. Our differences reflect adaptation and cultural evolution. Embracing diversity strengthens societies and promotes cooperation. Understanding our evolutionary journey fosters respect and empathy. Let's look at how science continues to uncover new insights about human evolution. Scientists continue to make new discoveries about human evolution. Fossils, DNA, and archaeological sites reveal unexpected connections and adaptations. Each discovery adds to our understanding of the past and helps us prepare for the future. Ongoing research inspires curiosity and innovation. Let's see how education and outreach promote knowledge about evolution. Education and outreach help people understand human evolution. Museums, documentaries, and schools share knowledge with the public. Outreach promotes scientific literacy and encourages critical thinking. It also helps dispel myths and misconceptions about evolution. Let's reflect on the importance of curiosity and lifelong learning. Curiosity drives progress in science and society. Asking questions and seeking answers leads to new discoveries and innovations. Lifelong learning helps individuals and communities adapt to change. Curiosity about our origins inspires exploration and creativity. Let's summarize the journey of human evolution and its significance. Human evolution is a story of adaptation, innovation, and resilience. From early primates to modern people, our journey includes major milestones like bipedalism, toolmaking, migration, language, culture, and technology. Understanding evolution helps us appreciate our shared history and prepare for future challenges. Let's reflect on the lessons learned from our evolutionary past. Evolution teaches us about resilience, cooperation, and adaptation. These lessons are valuable for addressing modern challenges like climate change and social inequality. By learning from the past, we can build a better future. Evolution also reminds us of our connection to all living things. Let's look at the importance of preserving biodiversity. Biodiversity is essential for healthy ecosystems and human survival. Preserving biodiversity protects resources, supports adaptation, and maintains balance in nature. Humans have a responsibility to conserve species and habitats. Understanding evolution helps us appreciate the value of biodiversity. Let's conclude with a reflection on the ongoing journey of humanity. Human evolution is an ongoing journey. We continue to adapt, innovate, and face new challenges. Our shared history unites us, while our diversity enriches society. By understanding our past, we can shape a brighter future. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of human evolution. Let's continue to learn, grow, and evolve together. In conclusion, the story of human evolution is one of transformation, resilience, and discovery. From early ancestors to modern people, we have overcome challenges and achieved remarkable progress. Our journey continues, shaped by science, culture, and cooperation. By embracing our shared history and diversity, we can build a better world for future generations. Thank you for watching and exploring the fascinating path of human evolution. Welcome to our exploration of the origins of civilization. Today, we'll journey back thousands of years to uncover what sparked the rise of organized societies and how early humans began to build the foundations of the world we know today. From the first settlements to the development of complex cultures, understanding these beginnings helps us appreciate the incredible progress humanity has made. We'll look at the environmental, social, and technological factors that contributed to civilization's birth, and examine how early societies organized themselves. Let's begin by setting the stage for this fascinating story. Before civilization, humans lived as hunter-gatherers, moving from place to place in search of food. These small groups relied on their environment, using tools and knowledge passed down through generations. Life was challenging, but it fostered close-knit communities and a deep understanding of nature. Over time, as populations grew and resources became scarce, people began to seek new ways to survive. This shift laid the groundwork for more permanent settlements and the eventual rise of civilization. The agricultural revolution marked a turning point in human history. Around 10,000 years ago, people began to domesticate plants and animals, allowing them to settle in one place. Farming provided a reliable food source, leading to population growth and the development of villages. This new way of life required cooperation, planning, and innovation. As agriculture spread, it transformed societies and paved the way for the rise of cities and complex cultures. With agriculture came the first villages. People constructed homes from local materials and organized themselves into small communities. These villages became centers of social life, where families worked together and shared resources. The need for cooperation led to new forms of leadership and decision-making. Over time, villages grew larger and more complex, setting the stage for the development of cities. Geography played a crucial role in the rise of civilization. Fertile river valleys, such as those of the Nile, Tigris, and Euphrates, provided ideal conditions for agriculture. Access to water, rich soil, and favorable climates allowed societies to thrive. These regions became the birthplaces of some of the earliest civilizations, where people could grow surplus food and support larger populations. As agriculture improved, societies began to produce surplus food. This surplus allowed people to specialize in other activities, such as toolmaking, trade, and governance. Specialization led to new skills and professions, fostering innovation and economic growth. With more people working in different roles, communities became more organized and efficient, laying the foundation for complex societies. With surplus food and specialized labor, villages grew into cities. Cities became centers of trade, culture, and governance. They attracted people from surrounding areas, leading to greater diversity and innovation. Urban life brought new challenges, such as managing resources and maintaining order. The emergence of cities marked a major milestone in the development of civilization. As cities grew, social hierarchies began to form. People were organized into different classes based on their roles, wealth, and influence. Leaders, priests, artisans, and farmers each played a part in society. These hierarchies helped manage resources and maintain order, but also led to inequalities. Understanding these social structures is key to understanding how early societies functioned. To manage growing populations in complex societies, early civilizations developed forms of government. Leaders and councils made decisions, enforced laws, and organized public works. Governments helped maintain order, resolve conflicts, and protect communities. The birth of government was a crucial step in the evolution of civilization, shaping how societies operated and interacted. Religion played a central role in early societies. Belief systems helped explain natural phenomena, unite communities, and guide moral behavior. Temples and rituals became important parts of daily life. Religious leaders often held significant influence, shaping laws and customs. The development of religion contributed to social cohesion and the cultural identity of civilizations. The invention of writing revolutionized communication. Early societies developed systems of symbols to record information, share ideas, and preserve history. Writing enabled governments to keep records, merchants to track trade, and communities to pass down stories. This breakthrough helped unify societies and accelerate progress, making it a cornerstone of civilization. Trade became essential as societies grew. People exchanged goods, services, and ideas, fostering economic growth and cultural exchange. Markets and trade routes connected distant communities, spreading innovations and resources. The development of economies helped support larger populations and more complex societies, driving civilization forward. Early civilizations were marked by technological innovations. From the wheel to irrigation systems, new inventions improved daily life and productivity. These advances allowed societies to expand, manage resources, and solve problems. Technology played a key role in shaping the course of civilization, enabling progress and adaptation. Art and culture flourished in early societies. People expressed themselves through music, dance, painting, and sculpture. Artistic creations reflected beliefs, values, and daily life, helping to build a sense of identity and community. Cultural achievements became symbols of civilization, inspiring future generations and connecting people across time. Education became increasingly important as societies advanced. Early schools and teachers helped pass down knowledge, skills, and traditions. Learning promoted innovation and problem-solving, allowing civilizations to adapt and thrive. The pursuit of knowledge became a driving force behind progress, shaping the future of humanity. Civilizations invested in public works and infrastructure to support their populations. Roads, bridges, irrigation systems, and buildings improved daily life and enabled growth. These projects required cooperation and planning, demonstrating the power of organized societies. Infrastructure became a hallmark of civilization, facilitating trade, communication, and development. As societies grew, the need for defense and security became apparent. Early civilizations built walls, fortifications, and armies to protect themselves from threats. Security measures helped maintain order and safeguard resources. The development of defense systems was crucial for the survival and stability of early societies. Early societies developed basic health and medicine practices. Healers and herbalists used natural remedies to treat illnesses and injuries. Over time, knowledge of medicine grew, leading to improved health and longer lifespans. The pursuit of health became an important aspect of civilization, contributing to the well-being of communities. Family played a central role in early societies. Social structures were built around kinship, marriage, and community ties. Families provided support, education, and stability, helping to shape the values and traditions of civilizations. Understanding family dynamics is key to understanding how societies were organized and maintained. Law and justice systems emerged to maintain order and resolve conflicts. Early societies created rules and punishments to guide behavior and protect rights. Judges and councils enforced laws, ensuring fairness and stability. The development of legal systems was essential for the growth and sustainability of civilization. Early civilizations faced environmental challenges, such as floods, droughts, and resource depletion. Societies developed strategies to adapt and survive, including irrigation, crop rotation, and resource management. Overcoming these challenges required cooperation and innovation, shaping the resilience and sustainability of civilizations. Migration and expansion played a key role in the spread of civilization. People moved to new regions in search of resources, opportunities, and safety. This movement led to the exchange of ideas, technologies, and cultures, enriching societies and promoting growth. Migration shaped the diversity and complexity of civilizations. Conflict and cooperation shaped the course of civilization. Societies competed for resources, land, and power, leading to wars and alliances. Cooperation enabled communities to solve problems, build infrastructure, and achieve common goals. Balancing conflict and cooperation was essential for the survival and success of early civilizations. Cultural exchange was a driving force behind civilization's growth. Trade, migration, and communication allowed societies to share ideas, technologies, and traditions. This exchange enriched cultures, promoted innovation, and fostered understanding. The blending of cultures helped shape the unique identities of civilizations. As civilizations grew, some developed into powerful empires. Empires expanded their territories through conquest, diplomacy, and trade. They unified diverse peoples under a single rule, creating vast networks of communication and commerce. The rise of empires marked a new era in civilization, bringing both opportunities and challenges. Urban planning became essential as cities grew larger and more complex. Early planners designed streets, buildings, and public spaces to accommodate populations and facilitate trade. Good urban planning improved quality of life, promoted safety, and supported economic growth. The organization of cities reflected the values and priorities of civilizations. Science and discovery fueled the progress of civilization. Early societies studied the stars, developed mathematics, and experimented with new technologies. Scientific knowledge helped solve problems, improve agriculture, and advance medicine. The pursuit of discovery became a hallmark of civilization, inspiring innovation and exploration. Language development was crucial for communication and cultural growth. Early societies created spoken and written languages to share ideas, organize communities, and preserve traditions. Language helped unify people, promote cooperation, and transmit knowledge across generations. The evolution of language shaped the identity and progress of civilizations. Religious institutions became centers of community and culture. Temples, priests, and rituals helped organize societies and provide spiritual guidance. These institutions played a role in education, social services, and governance. The influence of religion shaped the values and traditions of civilizations, contributing to their stability and cohesion. Economic systems evolved to manage resources and support growth. Early societies developed barter, currency, and markets to facilitate trade. Economic organization helped allocate resources, promote innovation, and sustain populations. The development of economic systems was a key factor in the success and expansion of civilizations. Advances in transportation enabled societies to connect and expand. Early civilizations built roads, boats, and carts to move people and goods. Improved transportation facilitated trade, communication, and migration, supporting economic and cultural growth. The development of transportation systems was vital for the progress of civilization. Environmental stewardship became important as societies recognized their impact on nature. Early civilizations developed practices to conserve resources, protect land, and sustain agriculture. Stewardship helped ensure the long-term survival and prosperity of communities, shaping the relationship between humans and the environment. Cultural identity emerged as societies developed unique traditions, languages, and beliefs. Festivals, art, and rituals helped define communities and foster a sense of belonging. Cultural identity strengthened social cohesion and resilience, enabling civilizations to thrive and adapt to change. Artisans and craftsmen played a vital role in early societies. Skilled workers produced tools, pottery, textiles, and art, contributing to economic and cultural development. Craftsmanship promoted innovation, trade, and social status, helping to shape the character and achievements of civilizations. Agricultural techniques evolved to improve productivity and sustainability. Early societies developed irrigation, crop rotation, and animal husbandry to maximize yields and protect resources. These innovations supported population growth and economic stability, forming the backbone of civilization. Social rituals played an important role in early societies. Ceremonies, festivals, and rites of passage helped mark significant events and strengthen community bonds. Rituals provided structure, meaning, and continuity, contributing to the stability and cohesion of civilizations. Monumental architecture became a symbol of civilization's achievements. Early societies built temples, pyramids, and palaces to honor gods, leaders, and traditions. These structures demonstrated technological skill, social organization, and cultural values, leaving a lasting legacy for future generations. Political organization became increasingly complex as societies grew. Early civilizations developed systems of governance, administration, and diplomacy to manage populations and resources. Political structures helped maintain order, resolve conflicts, and promote stability, shaping the evolution of civilization. Technological progress accelerated the development of civilization. Innovations in tools, construction, and communication improved efficiency and quality of life. Progress enabled societies to adapt, expand, and overcome challenges, driving the continuous evolution of civilization. Cultural preservation became important as civilizations sought to protect their heritage. Early societies recorded history, maintained traditions, and passed down stories through generations. Preservation helped maintain identity, inspire pride, and ensure continuity, shaping the legacy of civilization. Societal challenges tested the resilience of civilizations. Early societies faced conflicts, resource shortages, and environmental disasters. Overcoming these challenges required cooperation, innovation, and adaptation. The ability to respond to adversity shaped the strength and longevity of civilizations. The legacy of early societies continues to influence the modern world. Their innovations, traditions, and achievements laid the foundation for contemporary civilization. By studying their history, we gain insight into human progress and the enduring values that shape our lives today. Lessons from early civilizations teach us about adaptation, cooperation, and innovation. Their successes and failures offer valuable guidance for addressing modern challenges. By learning from the past, we can build a more resilient and sustainable future, honoring the achievements of those who came before us. Modern civilization builds upon the foundations laid by early societies. Advances in technology, governance, and culture reflect centuries of progress and innovation. Understanding our origins helps us appreciate the complexity and diversity of today's world, inspiring us to continue the journey of human development. As we conclude our journey through the origins of civilization, we reflect on the remarkable achievements of early societies. Their ingenuity, resilience, and cooperation shape the world we live in today. By understanding their story, we gain a deeper appreciation for human progress and the enduring spirit that drives us forward. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of civilization's beginnings. Empires have shaped the course of history for centuries, influencing cultures, economies, and politics across the globe. From the Roman Empire to the British Empire, their stories are filled with ambition, conquest, and eventual decline. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating life cycle of empires, how they rise from humble beginnings, expand to dominate vast territories, and ultimately face challenges that lead to their fall. Understanding these patterns helps us make sense of historical events and the forces that drive change in societies. Let's embark on a journey through time to uncover the secrets behind the rise, expansion, and fall of empires. Before we dive deeper, it's important to define what an empire actually is. An empire is a large political unit, often ruled by a single authority, that controls multiple territories or peoples. Empires typically expand through conquest, diplomacy, or economic influence, uniting diverse cultures under one rule. This centralization of power allows empires to exert control and shape the world around them. Throughout history, empires have been both admired for their achievements and criticized for their methods. Now, let's look at the early stages of empire formation. Empires often begin as small states or kingdoms, driven by visionary leaders and ambitious goals. These early rulers seek to unify their people, strengthen their economies, and build powerful armies. The foundation of an empire is usually laid during periods of instability, when opportunities for expansion arise. By consolidating power and establishing strong institutions, these leaders set the stage for future growth. The origins of empires are marked by determination, innovation, and a desire to leave a lasting legacy. The rise of empires is often sparked by charismatic and visionary leaders. These individuals inspire their followers, implement reforms, and pursue ambitious projects. Leaders like Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, and Augustus Caesar transformed their societies and set them on paths to greatness. Their ability to motivate, strategize, and adapt to changing circumstances is crucial in the early stages of empire building. Without strong leadership, empires struggle to unify and expand. As empires grow, they establish institutions to maintain order and manage resources. These include legal systems, administrative structures, and military organizations. Effective institutions help empires govern diverse populations, collect taxes, and enforce laws. The strength and stability of these institutions are key factors in an empire's ability to expand and endure. Over time, well-organized institutions become the backbone of imperial power. Economic strength is essential for the rise of empires. Early empires focus on agriculture, trade, and resource management to build wealth. Prosperity allows them to fund armies, construct infrastructure, and support cultural development. Economic growth also attracts talent and encourages innovation. The ability to generate and sustain wealth is a critical factor in an empire's expansion and longevity. Empires often expand their territories through military conquest. Powerful armies, advanced technology, and strategic planning enable them to defeat rivals and absorb new lands. Military victories not only increase an empire's size, but also boost its prestige and influence. However, expansion comes with risks, including resistance from conquered peoples and the challenge of maintaining control over vast regions. Not all expansion is achieved through force. Empires also use diplomacy to forge alliances, negotiate treaties, and influence neighboring states. Diplomatic efforts can lead to peaceful annexations, trade agreements, and mutual defense pacts. The ability to balance military power with diplomatic skill is a hallmark of successful empires. Diplomacy helps empires avoid costly wars and maintain stability. As empires expand, they encounter diverse cultures and traditions. Successful empires find ways to integrate these differences, promoting unity and cooperation. This can involve adopting local customs, encouraging intermarriage, or offering citizenship to conquered peoples. Cultural integration helps reduce resistance and fosters loyalty among subjects. It also enriches the empire's own culture, leading to new ideas and innovations. Empires invest heavily in infrastructure to support their expansion. Roads, bridges, ports, and cities facilitate trade, communication, and military movement. Infrastructure projects also symbolize imperial power and ambition. The construction of monumental buildings, such as palaces and temples, demonstrates wealth and inspires awe. Well-developed infrastructure is essential for maintaining control and fostering economic growth. Managing a vast empire presents significant administrative challenges. Rulers must oversee distant provinces, enforce laws, and collect taxes. Communication and transportation difficulties can lead to inefficiency and corruption. Empires develop bureaucracies and appoint officials to maintain order, but these systems can become unwieldy over time. Effective administration is crucial for sustaining imperial power. As empires expand, economic strains begin to emerge. The costs of maintaining armies, infrastructure, and administration increase. Overextension can lead to financial difficulties, forcing rulers to raise taxes or borrow money. Economic instability weakens the empire's ability to respond to challenges and can fuel discontent among the population. Managing resources wisely becomes increasingly important. Expansion often leads to social tensions within empires. Diverse populations may clash over language, religion, and customs. Inequality between ruling elites and common people can breed resentment. Social unrest threatens stability and can spark revolts or rebellions. Empires must address these tensions through reforms, concessions, or force to maintain unity. Conquered peoples often resist imperial rule, leading to uprisings and rebellions. Empires must devote resources to suppressing dissent and maintaining order. Persistent resistance can weaken the empire and drain its resources. Over time, repeated rebellions may erode the legitimacy of imperial authority and contribute to decline. Empires face external threats from rival states, nomadic tribes, and invading armies. Defending borders requires constant vigilance and military strength. External pressures can force empires into costly wars, weaken their economies, and expose vulnerabilities. The ability to respond effectively to threats is vital for an empire's survival. Over time, empires may experience leadership crises. Succession disputes, weak rulers, and corruption undermine stability. Without strong leadership, empires struggle to adapt to challenges and maintain unity. Leadership crises often mark the beginning of decline, as internal divisions become more pronounced. Economic decline is a common feature of falling empires. Loss of trade routes, depleted resources, and inflation weaken the economy. As wealth diminishes, the empire struggles to fund its institutions and maintain order. Economic hardship can lead to social unrest and further destabilize the empire. As economic and social pressures mount, administrative systems begin to break down. Corruption, inefficiency, and lack of oversight undermine governance. Provinces may become autonomous, ignoring central authority. Administrative breakdown accelerates the decline and makes recovery difficult. When empires lose legitimacy, their subjects no longer support the ruling authority. This loss can result from unpopular policies, oppression, or failure to deliver prosperity. Without legitimacy, rulers struggle to maintain control and face increasing opposition. The erosion of legitimacy is a critical turning point in the fall of empires. As central authority weakens, empires often fragment into smaller states or regions. Local leaders seize power, and the empire's unity dissolves. Fragmentation can lead to civil wars, instability, and the loss of territory. The once great empire becomes a patchwork of competing factions. The final stage in the life cycle of empires is collapse. This can be sudden or gradual, depending on the circumstances. Collapse is often triggered by a combination of internal weaknesses and external pressures. The empire's institutions fail, its territories are lost, and its influence fades. Collapse marks the end of an era and the beginning of new political arrangements. Even after collapse, empires leave lasting legacies. Their achievements in architecture, law, language, and culture continue to influence future generations. The remnants of empires can inspire new states and societies. Understanding the legacy of empires helps us appreciate their impact on history and the world we live in today. The Roman Empire is a classic example of the empire life cycle. It rose from a small city-state, expanded through conquest and diplomacy, and built a vast network of roads and cities. Over time, internal divisions, economic decline, and external invasions led to its fall. The legacy of Rome endures in law, language, and architecture. The Mongol Empire, led by Genghis Khan, expanded rapidly across Asia and Europe. Its military prowess and innovative strategies enabled it to conquer vast territories. However, the empire eventually fragmented due to succession disputes and cultural differences. The Mongol legacy includes advances in communication and trade. The British Empire became the largest in history, spanning continents through colonization and trade. Its rise was driven by economic innovation, naval power, and diplomacy. The empire eventually declined due to wars, independence movements, and changing global dynamics. Its legacy includes the spread of English language and legal systems. Despite differences in geography and culture, empires follow similar patterns. They rise through ambition and innovation, expand by conquest and diplomacy, and fall due to internal and external pressures. Recognizing these patterns helps us understand the dynamics of power and change in history. Ambition and innovation drive the early stages of empire building. Leaders seek new opportunities, develop technologies, and inspire their people. These qualities enable empires to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness. Without ambition and innovation, empires stagnate and fail to expand. Expansion requires effective control over new territories. Empires must balance military force with diplomacy and cultural integration. Maintaining control is challenging, especially as the empire grows larger and more diverse. The ability to adapt and manage complexity is essential for sustained expansion. Overextension occurs when empires expand beyond their capacity to govern effectively. The costs of administration, defense, and infrastructure become overwhelming. Overextended empires are vulnerable to internal unrest and external threats. Recognizing the limits of expansion is crucial for long-term stability. Internal divisions, such as political factions, social inequality, and cultural differences, weaken empires from within. These divisions can lead to conflict, rebellion, and loss of unity. Addressing internal divisions is essential for maintaining stability and preventing decline. External pressures, such as invasions, rival states, and shifting alliances, challenge empires throughout their existence. Responding to these pressures requires adaptability and strength. Failure to address external threats can accelerate, decline, and lead to collapse. Some empires attempt to renew themselves through reforms, innovation, and leadership changes. Renewal can delay, decline, and restore stability, but it requires vision and commitment. Successful renewal is rare, as entrenched interests often resist change. Technology plays a crucial role in the rise and fall of empires. Advances in agriculture, warfare, and communication enable expansion and control. However, technological stagnation can leave empires vulnerable to rivals. Embracing innovation is essential for maintaining power. Empires spread their culture through language, religion, and art. Cultural influence can unify subjects and legitimize rule. However, cultural dominance may provoke resistance and conflict. Balancing cultural integration with respect for diversity is important for stability. Empires develop complex economic systems to manage resources and wealth. Trade networks, taxation, and currency facilitate growth and stability. Economic systems must adapt to changing circumstances to avoid stagnation and decline. Political systems, such as monarchies, republics, and bureaucracies, shape the structure of empires. Effective political systems enable empires to govern efficiently and respond to challenges. Political instability can undermine unity and accelerate decline. Religion and ideology provide empires with legitimacy and unity. State religions, official philosophies, and propaganda reinforce authority. However, religious and ideological conflicts can divide societies and weaken empires. Trade and commerce drive economic growth and connect empires to global markets. Control of trade routes enhances wealth and influence. Disruption of commerce, such as blockades or loss of routes, can weaken empires and contribute to decline. Population growth and migration influence the rise and fall of empires. Large populations provide labor and soldiers, but also create challenges in resource management and social stability. Population decline or displacement can weaken empires and accelerate collapse. Environmental factors, such as climate change, natural disasters, and resource depletion, impact empires throughout history. Adapting to environmental challenges is essential for survival. Failure to do so can lead to famine, disease, and decline. The rise and fall of empires illustrate the cyclical nature of history. Patterns of growth, expansion, decline, and renewal repeat across civilizations. Studying these cycles helps us understand the forces that shape societies and anticipate future changes. Empires teach us valuable lessons about leadership, innovation, and the dangers of overextension. Their stories remind us of the importance of adaptability, unity, and wise resource management. By learning from the past, we can build stronger societies and avoid repeating mistakes. While traditional empires have faded, modern forms of empire persist. Economic, technological, and cultural influence shape global power dynamics. Understanding the patterns of past empires helps us interpret contemporary events and anticipate future trends. The future of empires is uncertain, but the lessons of history remain relevant. New forms of power and influence will emerge, shaped by technology, culture, and global challenges. By studying the rise and fall of empires, we gain insight into the possibilities and risks ahead. Empires rise, expand, and eventually fall, leaving behind legacies that shape the world. Their stories are filled with ambition, innovation, conflict, and renewal. By understanding the life cycle of empires, we gain perspective on history and the forces that drive change. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the rise, expansion, and fall of empires. Throughout history, certain inventions have fundamentally altered the course of human civilization. From the earliest tools to modern digital marvels, these breakthroughs have not only solved immediate problems, but also paved the way for new possibilities. Today, we'll explore the inventions that changed human history forever, examining how each reshaped society, culture, and the way we live. Let's embark on a journey through time, starting with the most ancient innovations and moving toward the present, highlighting the profound impact of human creativity. The first stone tools marked a turning point for early humans. By shaping rocks into sharp edges, our ancestors gained the ability to hunt, process food, and defend themselves. This innovation laid the foundation for survival and adaptation, enabling humans to thrive in diverse environments. The creation and use of stone tools signaled the beginning of technological progress, setting the stage for all future inventions. It was a leap that separated humans from other species, giving us control over our surroundings and sparking the journey of invention. The discovery and control of fire was a monumental step in human evolution. Fire provided warmth, protection, and the ability to cook food, which improved nutrition and health. It also enabled humans to expand into colder regions and fostered social gatherings around the hearth. The mastery of fire transformed daily life, allowing for longer waking hours and safer environments. This invention was not just about survival, it was about unlocking new ways to live, communicate, and innovate. The invention of the wheel revolutionized transportation and labor. With wheels, humans could move goods and people more efficiently, opening up trade routes and facilitating cultural exchange. The wheel's impact extended beyond transport. It became integral to machinery, agriculture, and industry. This simple yet profound invention accelerated progress, making it possible to build civilizations and connect distant communities. The wheel remains a symbol of human ingenuity and the drive to overcome limitations. The development of writing systems allowed humans to record information, communicate across generations, and build complex societies. Writing preserved history, laws, and stories, making it possible to share ideas and coordinate large groups. This invention was crucial for administration, education, and cultural development. By enabling the transmission of knowledge, writing laid the groundwork for science, literature, and civilization itself. It transformed how humans think, learn, and connect. The printing press, invented by Johannes Gutenberg, democratized access to information. Books, newspapers, and pamphlets could be produced quickly and cheaply, fueling the spread of literacy and new ideas. This invention sparked the Renaissance, Reformation, and scientific revolution, empowering individuals to learn and question. The printing press broke barriers, making knowledge available to the masses and accelerating social and technological progress. The magnetic compass enabled explorers to navigate oceans and discover new lands. This invention expanded the horizons of trade, science, and culture, connecting continents and civilizations. The compass made long-distance travel safer and more reliable, ushering in the Age of Exploration. It was a tool that changed the map of the world, fostering global exchange and understanding. Gunpowder transformed warfare, politics, and society. Its use in weapons and explosives shifted the balance of power, leading to new military strategies and the rise of nation-states. Gunpowder also influenced engineering, mining, and construction. While it brought destruction, it also drove innovation and reshaped the world's political landscape. The invention of gunpowder marked a new era in human history with far-reaching consequences. The steam engine powered the Industrial Revolution, changing how goods were produced and transported. Factories, trains, and ships ran on steam, leading to urbanization and economic growth. This invention enabled mass production, improved efficiency, and created new industries. The steam engine was a catalyst for modern society, transforming work, travel, and daily life. The harnessing of electricity revolutionized homes, workplaces, and cities. Electric lights, appliances, and communication systems improved quality of life and productivity. Electricity enabled new technologies, from telegraphs to computers, and continues to power innovation. This invention illuminated the world, making it safer, more connected, and more efficient. The telephone made instant voice communication possible across great distances. Families, businesses, and governments could connect like never before, shrinking the world and fostering relationships. The telephone paved the way for further innovations in communication, including radio, television, and the internet. It was a breakthrough that changed how humans interact and share information. Radio brought news, music, and entertainment to millions, breaking barriers of distance and literacy. It became a tool for education, culture, and emergency communication. Radio shaped public opinion and connected communities, laying the foundation for mass media. This invention changed how people received information and experienced the world. The automobile gave individuals unprecedented freedom to travel. Cars reshaped cities, economies, and lifestyles, making personal transportation accessible and convenient. The rise of the automobile industry created jobs and transformed infrastructure. This invention changed how people live, work, and explore, fueling progress and adventure. Airplanes made rapid global travel possible, connecting continents and cultures. Air travel opened new opportunities for business, tourism, and diplomacy. The invention of the airplane shrank the world, making distant places accessible and fostering international cooperation. It was a leap that brought humanity closer together. Penicillin revolutionized medicine by treating bacterial infections that were once deadly. This discovery saved countless lives and paved the way for modern antibiotics. Penicillin changed healthcare, making surgeries safer and reducing mortality rates. It was a breakthrough that transformed public health and longevity. Vaccines have prevented countless diseases, saving millions of lives and improving quality of life. They enabled the eradication of smallpox and control of polio, measles, and other illnesses. Vaccines transformed public health, allowing societies to thrive and reducing the burden of epidemics. This invention is a cornerstone of modern medicine. Refrigeration changed how people store and consume food, reducing spoilage and improving nutrition. It enabled global food distribution, supporting urbanization and economic growth. Refrigeration also made possible new culinary traditions and lifestyles. This invention is essential for modern living, ensuring food safety and convenience. The camera allowed people to capture and preserve memories, document history, and express creativity. Photography became a powerful tool for communication, art, and journalism. Cameras changed how people see the world, enabling new perspectives and storytelling. This invention connects generations and cultures through images. Television brought visual entertainment and information into homes, shaping culture and society. It became a platform for news, education, and storytelling, influencing public opinion and lifestyles. Television connected people to global events and trends, making the world more accessible and interconnected. Computers transformed every aspect of life, from business to education and entertainment. They enabled complex calculations, automation, and data processing, fueling innovation and productivity. The digital revolution changed how people work, learn, and communicate, laying the foundation for the information age. The internet connected billions of people, enabling instant communication, access to information, and collaboration. It revolutionized commerce, education, and entertainment, creating a global digital community. The internet changed how people interact, learn, and do business, making the world more interconnected than ever. Smartphones put powerful computers in people's pockets, enabling communication, navigation, and access to information anywhere. They changed daily routines, business, and social interactions, making technology more personal and accessible. Smartphones are a symbol of modern innovation, connecting people and empowering creativity. Satellites enabled global communication, navigation, and observation from space. They support weather forecasting, disaster response, and scientific research. Satellites connect remote regions, making information and services accessible worldwide. This invention expanded humanity's reach beyond Earth, opening new frontiers. Solar power harnesses energy from the sun, providing a sustainable alternative to fossil fuels. It reduces environmental impact and supports clean energy initiatives. Solar technology is transforming how people power homes, businesses, and communities, paving the way for a greener future. Genetic engineering allows scientists to modify organisms, improving agriculture, medicine, and research. It enables the development of disease-resistant crops and targeted therapies. This invention is shaping the future of health, food, and environmental sustainability, raising new ethical and scientific questions. Artificial intelligence is creating machines that can learn, reason, and solve problems. AI is transforming industries, from healthcare to finance, and enabling new forms of automation and creativity. This invention is redefining what machines can do, raising questions about the future of work and society. Robotics combines engineering and computer science to create machines that perform tasks autonomously. Robots are used in manufacturing, healthcare, and exploration, increasing efficiency and safety. This invention is changing the nature of work, enabling new possibilities and raising questions about human roles. 3D printing enables the creation of complex objects layer by layer, revolutionizing manufacturing and design. It allows rapid prototyping, customization, and innovation in fields from medicine to aerospace. This invention is democratizing production, making it accessible and flexible. GPS technology provides precise location and navigation, transforming travel, logistics, and daily life. It enables real-time tracking, mapping, and coordination, supporting safety and efficiency. GPS is essential for modern transportation, emergency response, and exploration. Electric cars offer a cleaner alternative to traditional vehicles, reducing emissions and dependence on fossil fuels. They are transforming transportation, supporting sustainability and innovation. Electric cars are shaping the future of mobility, making travel greener and more efficient. Cloud computing enables remote storage, processing, and collaboration, transforming how people manage data and work. It supports scalability, flexibility, and innovation, making technology more accessible. Cloud computing is essential for modern business, education, and entertainment. E-commerce platforms allow people to buy and sell goods online, transforming retail and business. They offer convenience, variety, and global reach, changing consumer habits and economies. E-commerce is reshaping how people shop, work, and connect. Social media platforms connect people, enabling sharing, communication, and collaboration. They influence culture, politics, and business, shaping public opinion and trends. Social media is a powerful tool for expression, networking, and community building. Renewable energy sources, such as wind and hydro, provide sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels. They reduce environmental impact and support clean energy initiatives. Renewable energy is transforming how people power homes and businesses, paving the way for a sustainable future. Electric lighting transformed homes, workplaces, and cities, extending productive hours and improving safety. It enabled new lifestyles and economic growth, making nighttime activity possible. Electric light is a cornerstone of modern living, illuminating the world. The microscope revealed the hidden world of cells and microorganisms, revolutionizing science and medicine. It enabled discoveries in biology, chemistry, and health, expanding knowledge and improving diagnostics. The microscope opened new frontiers in research and understanding. Printing technology enabled mass production of books, newspapers, and documents, spreading information and ideas. It fueled literacy, education, and cultural exchange, shaping societies and history. Printing is a foundation of modern communication and knowledge sharing. Vaccination programs have eradicated diseases and protected populations, transforming public health. They enable societies to thrive, reducing the burden of epidemics and improving longevity. Vaccination is a cornerstone of modern medicine and community well-being. Rockets enabled space exploration, launching satellites, probes, and humans beyond Earth. They support scientific research, communication, and discovery, expanding humanity's understanding of the universe. Rockets are symbols of ambition and progress, opening new frontiers. Lasers provide precise control in medicine, industry, and communication. They enable surgeries, manufacturing, and data transmission, supporting innovation and efficiency. Lasers are essential for modern technology, powering progress in many fields. ATMs revolutionize banking, providing convenient access to cash and financial services. They support secure transactions, reduce wait times, and enable 24/7 banking. ATMs are essential for modern finance, making money management easier and safer. Credit cards enabled cashless transactions, transforming commerce and finance. They offer convenience, security, and global access, changing consumer habits and economies. Credit cards are a foundation of modern business and personal finance. Blockchain technology provides secure, transparent transactions, transforming finance, supply chains, and data management. It supports cryptocurrencies and decentralized systems, enabling innovation and trust. Blockchain is shaping the future of digital security and commerce. Electric trains offer efficient, sustainable transit, connecting cities and regions. They reduce emissions, support urbanization, and improve mobility. Electric trains are essential for modern transportation, shaping the future of travel and infrastructure. From stone tools to artificial intelligence, inventions have shaped the story of humanity. Each breakthrough solved problems, opened new possibilities, and transformed society. The power of invention lies in its ability to change lives and inspire progress. As we look to the future, human creativity will continue to drive innovation, shaping the world for generations to come. The journey of invention is ongoing, and its impact is limitless. Throughout history, war has been a driving force shaping human civilization. From the earliest tribal conflicts to modern global warfare, the impact of war has been profound and far-reaching. In this video, we will explore how war has influenced societies, economies, technologies, and cultures across different eras. By examining key moments and transitions, we can better understand how conflict has molded the world we live in today. Let's begin our journey by looking at the roots of warfare and its initial effects on early human communities. The origins of warfare can be traced back to prehistoric times, when early humans competed for resources, territory, and survival. Archaeological evidence suggests that organized violence existed even among hunter-gatherer societies. These conflicts often revolved around access to food, water, and shelter, leading to the formation of alliances and rivalries. As communities grew, so did the complexity of their interactions, setting the stage for more structured forms of warfare. This early period laid the foundation for the social and political organization that would later define civilizations. As humans transitioned from nomadic lifestyles to settled agricultural societies, the need for organized defense and expansion became apparent. Early states emerged, often centered around fortified settlements and leadership structures. Warfare played a crucial role in the consolidation of power, the establishment of borders, and the development of administrative systems. Victories in battle could lead to the rise of dynasties, while defeats often resulted in the absorption or destruction of entire communities. The formation of early states marked a significant shift in how war influenced social and political landscapes. War has consistently driven technological innovation. Early civilizations developed new weapons, armor, and tactics to gain advantages over their rivals. The invention of bronze and later iron tools revolutionized warfare, enabling larger armies and more effective combat strategies. These advancements often spilled over into civilian life, improving agricultural tools, construction methods, and trade. The relationship between war and technology is a recurring theme throughout history, as societies sought to outpace their adversaries and secure their survival. The rise of empires was often fueled by military conquest. Powerful leaders and armies expanded their territories, assimilating diverse cultures and resources. Empires such as the Roman, Persian, and Chinese dynasties relied heavily on their military prowess to maintain control and influence. War not only facilitated expansion, but also promoted the exchange of ideas, technologies, and customs. The legacy of these empires can still be seen in modern societies, where their influence persists in language, architecture, and governance. War has often acted as a catalyst for cultural exchange. When armies clashed, they brought with them new languages, religions, and artistic traditions. The aftermath of conflict frequently led to the blending of cultures, as victors and vanquished interacted and adapted to each other's customs. This process enriched societies, fostering innovation and diversity. Examples include the spread of Hellenistic culture after Alexander the Great's conquests, and the fusion of Roman and local traditions across Europe. War has always had significant economic consequences. The mobilization of resources for conflict often stimulated production and innovation, but it could also lead to devastation and hardship. Victorious societies gained wealth through plunder and tribute, while defeated ones faced loss and reconstruction. The need to finance armies and campaigns led to the development of new economic systems, such as taxation and currency. Over time, war shaped the economic structures that underpin modern civilization. War has been a powerful agent of social change. It often disrupted traditional hierarchies, leading to shifts in power and status. The participation of different groups in warfare, such as women and slaves, sometimes resulted in greater social mobility and new roles. In other cases, war reinforced existing inequalities as victors imposed their systems on the defeated. The social consequences of war are complex, shaping the evolution of societies in both positive and negative ways. Religion has often played a central role in warfare, both as a motivator and as a consequence. Many conflicts were fought in the name of faith, leading to the spread or suppression of religious beliefs. The Crusades, for example, were a series of wars driven by religious fervor, resulting in lasting changes to both Christian and Muslim societies. War also influenced religious practices, as rituals and ceremonies adapted to the realities of conflict. The interplay between war and religion continues to shape civilizations today. The growth of cities was closely linked to warfare. Fortified urban centers provided protection and served as hubs for administration and trade. Wars often led to the destruction and rebuilding of cities, influencing their layout and architecture. The need for defense drove innovations in city planning, such as walls, gates, and strategic positioning. Urbanization accelerated as societies sought safety and prosperity within city walls, shaping the development of modern urban landscapes. The organization of armies and military institutions has evolved alongside civilization. Early armies were often composed of volunteers or conscripts, while later societies developed professional soldiers and complex hierarchies. The structure and discipline of military forces influenced broader social and political systems, introducing concepts such as leadership, strategy, and logistics. The development of military organization reflects the changing nature of warfare and its impact on society. War has played a pivotal role in shaping systems of governance. Leaders often rose to power through military success, and the need to manage armies and resources led to the development of bureaucratic institutions. The experience of war influenced the creation of laws, policies, and administrative structures. In many cases, the aftermath of conflict resulted in reforms or revolutions, transforming the political landscape. The relationship between war and governance is a key factor in the evolution of civilization. Philosophers have long grappled with the moral and ethical implications of war. Ancient thinkers, such as Sun Tzu and Plato, explored the nature of conflict, strategy, and justice. War inspired debates about human nature, the value of peace, and the justification for violence. These philosophical discussions influenced the development of laws, codes of conduct, and cultural attitudes toward war. The legacy of these ideas continues to shape our understanding of conflict and civilization. War has been a powerful inspiration for art throughout history. Artists have depicted battles, heroes, and tragedies, capturing the emotional and psychological impact of conflict. War influenced the development of new artistic styles and techniques as societies sought to commemorate victories or mourn losses. The relationship between art and war reflects the human desire to make sense of violence and its consequences, leaving a lasting imprint on cultural heritage. Literature has chronicled the experiences of war, providing insight into the thoughts and emotions of those involved. Epic poems, novels, and memoirs have preserved the stories of conflict, shaping collective memory and identity. Writers have explored themes of heroism, tragedy, and the futility of violence, influencing public attitudes and perceptions. The literary legacy of war continues to inform our understanding of history and civilization. Scientific progress has often been accelerated by the demands of war. The need for better weapons, medicine, and logistics drove innovation in fields such as chemistry, physics, and engineering. Many scientific discoveries originated in military contexts before finding civilian applications. The relationship between science and war is complex, as technological advancements can both improve and threaten human life. The legacy of wartime innovation continues to shape modern civilization. The challenges of war have driven advances in medicine and healthcare. The need to treat injuries and diseases led to the development of new surgical techniques, drugs, and medical practices. Many innovations, such as antiseptics and anesthesia, originated in military hospitals before spreading to civilian life. War also highlighted the importance of public health and sanitation, influencing the evolution of medical systems. The impact of war on medicine is a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. War has often changed the roles and status of women in society. In times of conflict, women have served as warriors, nurses, and leaders, challenging traditional gender norms. The participation of women in war has sometimes led to greater rights and opportunities, while in other cases it reinforced existing inequalities. The experiences of women in war reflect the broader social changes brought about by conflict, shaping the evolution of civilization. Children have been deeply affected by war, both as victims and participants. The disruption of families, education, and safety has lasting consequences for young people. In some cases, children have been recruited as soldiers or forced to flee as refugees. The impact of war on children highlights the vulnerability of society and the need for protection and support. The experiences of children in war continue to influence the development of civilization. War has often led to the enslavement of defeated populations. The practice of slavery was widespread in ancient and medieval societies, shaping economic and social structures. The experiences of slaves in war reflect the darker aspects of human civilization, as conflict was used to justify exploitation and oppression. Over time, the abolition of slavery became a major social movement, influenced by the legacy of war and its consequences. War has often triggered large-scale migrations as people fled conflict or sought new opportunities. The movement of populations reshaped societies, introducing new cultures, languages, and traditions. Migration also influenced economic and political systems as communities adapted to changing circumstances. The legacy of war-driven migration continues to shape the development of civilization, highlighting the interconnectedness of human societies. The relationship between trade and war is complex. Conflict often disrupted trade routes, but it also created opportunities for new markets and alliances. The need for resources and supplies drove innovation in transportation and logistics. War influenced the development of economic systems, as societies sought to balance the demands of conflict with the benefits of commerce. The interplay between trade and war continues to shape the evolution of civilization. Diplomacy has often been shaped by the realities of war. The negotiation of treaties, alliances, and peace agreements reflects the need to manage conflict and its consequences. Diplomatic efforts have sometimes prevented war, while in other cases they failed to resolve disputes. The development of international relations and institutions was influenced by the experience of war, shaping the modern world order. The experience of war has inspired peace movements throughout history. Activists and thinkers have advocated for nonviolence, diplomacy, and conflict resolution. The development of international organizations, such as the United Nations, reflects the desire to prevent war and promote cooperation. Peace movements have influenced public attitudes and policies, shaping the evolution of civilization toward greater stability and harmony. War has often caused significant environmental changes. The destruction of landscapes, pollution, and resource depletion are common consequences of conflict. The need to rebuild and recover has sometimes led to innovations in environmental management and sustainability. The impact of war on the environment highlights the interconnectedness of human activity and the natural world, shaping the development of civilization. The demands of war have driven technological progress in many fields. The invention of new weapons, vehicles, and communication systems transformed the nature of conflict. Many technologies, such as radar and the internet, originated in military contexts before becoming essential to civilian life. The relationship between war and technology continues to shape the evolution of civilization as societies adapt to new challenges and opportunities. Effective communication has always been crucial in warfare. The development of signaling systems, written messages, and later electronic communication transformed military strategy and coordination. These innovations also influenced civilian life, improving the speed and reliability of information exchange. The impact of war on communication reflects the broader influence of conflict on technological and social progress. The need to move armies and supplies efficiently drove innovations in transportation. Roads, ships, and later trains and airplanes were developed to meet the demands of war. These advancements transformed civilian life, facilitating trade, migration, and exploration. The relationship between war and transportation highlights the interconnectedness of conflict and progress, shaping the development of civilization. The experience of war has influenced the development of legal systems. The need to regulate conflict, protect civilians, and manage resources led to the creation of laws and codes. International law, including treaties and conventions, reflects the desire to limit the impact of war and promote justice. The legacy of war in legal systems continues to shape the evolution of civilization. The ethical challenges of war have inspired debates about morality, justice, and responsibility. Philosophers, leaders, and citizens have grappled with questions about the justification for violence, the treatment of prisoners, and the protection of civilians. The development of ethical codes and principles reflects the desire to limit the harm caused by conflict and promote human dignity. The impact of war on ethics continues to shape the evolution of civilization. War has often shaped collective identity, influencing how societies perceive themselves and others. The experience of conflict can foster unity, pride, and resilience, but it can also create divisions and animosity. The stories and symbols associated with war become part of national and cultural identity, shaping the evolution of civilization. The impact of war on identity reflects the complex relationship between conflict and society. The memory of war is preserved through monuments, ceremonies, and education. Societies commemorate victories and losses, honoring those who served and suffered. The collective memory of war shapes attitudes toward conflict, influencing public policy and cultural values. The impact of war on memory reflects the desire to learn from the past and build a better future, shaping the evolution of civilization. The challenges of war have often inspired innovation in many fields. The need to solve problems and adapt to changing circumstances drove creativity and ingenuity. Many inventions and discoveries originated in military contexts before finding civilian applications. The impact of war on innovation reflects the broader influence of conflict on progress, shaping the development of civilization. The experience of war has influenced the development of educational systems. The need to train soldiers, leaders, and citizens led to the creation of schools, academies, and curricula. Education became a tool for promoting values, skills, and knowledge relevant to conflict and peace. The impact of war on education reflects the desire to prepare societies for the challenges of the future, shaping the evolution of civilization. Propaganda has been used to shape public opinion and mobilize support for war. Governments and leaders employed media, art, and literature to influence attitudes and perceptions. The development of propaganda reflects the importance of information and persuasion in conflict. The impact of war on propaganda continues to shape the evolution of civilization, highlighting the power of communication. The psychological impact of war is profound, affecting individuals and societies. The experience of conflict can lead to trauma, resilience, and changes in behavior. The study of war and psychology has influenced the development of mental health care, therapy, and support systems. The impact of war on psychology reflects the broader influence of conflict on human well-being, shaping the evolution of civilization. The aftermath of war often requires reconstruction and recovery. Societies rebuild infrastructure, restore order, and address the needs of survivors. The process of reconstruction influences economic, social, and political systems, shaping the development of civilization. The impact of war on reconstruction reflects the resilience and adaptability of human societies. Revolutionary wars have often led to profound changes in society. The overthrow of regimes, the creation of new governments, and the redefinition of social structures reflect the transformative power of conflict. Revolutionary wars influence the development of democracy, human rights, and political systems. The impact of war on revolution continues to shape the evolution of civilization. The experience of war has influenced the development of human rights. The need to protect civilians, prisoners, and minorities led to the creation of laws and conventions. The legacy of war in human rights reflects the desire to promote justice, dignity, and equality. The impact of war on human rights continues to shape the evolution of civilization. War has often accelerated the process of globalization. The movement of armies, goods, and ideas across borders created new connections and opportunities. The development of international institutions and cooperation reflects the desire to manage conflict and promote stability. The impact of war on globalization continues to shape the evolution of civilization, highlighting the interconnectedness of human societies. Modern society has been profoundly shaped by the experience of war. The development of nation-states, international organizations, and technological advancements reflects the influence of conflict. The challenges of war continue to inspire innovation, adaptation, and cooperation. The impact of war on modern society highlights the ongoing evolution of civilization as societies seek to balance security, progress, and peace. The future of civilization will continue to be influenced by the challenges of war, the development of new technologies, the rise of global threats, and the need for cooperation reflect the ongoing impact of conflict. Societies must adapt to changing circumstances, balancing security, progress, and ethical considerations. The legacy of war will shape the evolution of civilization as humanity seeks to build a better future. In summary, war has been a powerful force shaping human civilization across time. Its impact can be seen in social, economic, technological, and cultural developments. The legacy of war is complex, reflecting both progress and tragedy. By understanding the influence of conflict, we can better appreciate the resilience and adaptability of human societies. The story of war is intertwined with the story of civilization, highlighting the challenges and opportunities that define our world. Reflecting on the history of war, we see the importance of learning from past conflicts. The lessons of war can guide us toward greater understanding, cooperation, and peace. By studying the impact of war on civilization, we gain insight into the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. The story of war is not just about violence, but also about resilience, innovation, and the pursuit of a better world. As we conclude this exploration, it is clear that war has played a central role in the evolution of human civilization. Its influence spans every aspect of society, from technology and economy to culture and identity. The ongoing impact of war challenges us to seek solutions, promote peace, and build a more just and resilient world. Understanding the relationship between war and civilization is essential for shaping the future of humanity.